Well, this is the story that I have, and I hope everybody enjoy it. I went some other place, right? And I started looking for work, right? So I noticed there was a lot of people there. I'm like, okay. So when I noticed this, I'm like, shit, I still need to get whatever is left, right? So when I end up getting whatever I was getting left, I end up getting probably like less than that. So I end up getting three total, right? And I'm like, okay. The interesting part is this. I was walking and I see the city walking, no? I call it the city because they're the one, there's some white trucks and they do everything they're supposed to do, right? They go they check and everything, the house, the outside and all that crap. That's what they do, and they check in all the construction work. No, that's what they do. That's what they do all the time. They do that all the time. So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, they're acting fucking, they're acting fucking. I was actually like looking for work, knocking at the doors. Everything was fine. Nobody saying anything. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. No. When I noticed at some point, there was actually somebody was just kind of like following, like, okay. So I knocked at the door, I was like, no, there's nothing, we don't have anything. So when I noticed this, I was about to leave, and then one guy goes like, hey, come over here. I'm like, oh crap, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just a regular guy. I'm like, actually, since they told me who's doing this and who's trying to help and who's trying to do everything, I stay more quiet because there's no reason to fight because I already know who's doing it and who's doing this. I just need to go talk to the guy, no? After leaving, he showed me his phone. He goes like, you see this? I said, what? There's not a picture of you here, but see, somebody reported that you're asking for money and that you actually try to rob somebody that they're robbing up there in SG. I'm like, I'm not doing none of that crap. I'm just actually looking for work, walking around, and I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on, right? And he goes like, okay, the city's down there. There was another car parked down there where I got my soap because I got actually liquid soap where I wash my clothes. Everybody said it's free, but it wasn't free. I actually got it. I paid like $7. So he goes like, okay. I was waiting and waiting, and then when I noticed the cop came, I'm like, okay. I'm like, why? He goes like, do you know they're saying that somebody's robbing up there, somebody's actually breaking inside the house and doing stupid stuff? He goes and I said it was this guy, and the other guy said it was this guy. He goes, here, and I see the messages, and there was somebody actually texted saying that somebody was doing something that was me. I'm like, who me? I'm like, who me? I'm like, I'm not doing a thing. So the cop goes like, who, him? Him? I'm like, he's always around here. He's the good guy. He never does nothing. Well, I'm gonna go look for it, no? And the cop told me, just leave, man. That's already time to leave. Like, okay. So I was going down the hill. I passed by the store, which is kind of like Knox is more like a convenience store, no? But it's not a fancy store, but it's those that have money. It's kind of like an HEB, a small HEB area, in every corner store, no? With money. I went down. There's a lady who sells tacos and all that, but she wasn't there anymore. So the cop came again. I didn't see him. I was the same way. I'm like, oh God. When I said, no, please. I was thinking that why, no? He stopped me again. He goes like, what's up, man? I'm like, nothing. He was like, okay. So I'm gonna ask you, where you going? I'm just leaving now because I gotta get some. I'm gonna get something. He already got what I'm supposed to get, and I'm gonna leave. He goes like, what are you doing up there? I'm like, remember? Do you know something? Like this morning, I was working somewhere, and before I ended up at work, I talked to the cops. I talked to one of the cops, and he told me in the morning because he kind of stopped me. He told me, "What are you doing?" Like nothing. Sir Martin. He told me about go look for work, go do whatever you gotta do, and all that. And he showed me a picture of a tree. He showed me one time whenever I have time. I'm gonna call you. Give me your number. Call you. We're gonna go work on my house. And so sorry. And I told him, sorry. Do you know, guys, that the reason why I'm getting all this job is because of you, right? The one at night in the morning too. The one just stopped me like a couple hours, like 2 hours ago. The only reason I'm getting this job is because of you guys. Because every time I go somewhere, they told me that it's you, and I call them and I tell them it's you. So every place that I go is because of the cops, because of the law enforcement. It's because of you. He goes like, yeah. You know what the lady said? The lady said that you were trying to touch her or something like. I don't even know what lady you're talking about. I don't know what lady you're talking about. He goes like, what's that in him? Like, that's soap. And he make a joke. I'm like, nah. I'm not gonna do that. He's like, why you don't clean my tire? Like, nah. I don't do that because I'm not like that. I'm just looking for work to finish the day. He was like, nah. Okay. Well, based on this, you know how people is, no? And they throw shit at everybody. They throw shit at everybody. And it goes like, just leave and don't come back in this area because this area is just not the area, right? But he was actually really, really, really good, right? So I keep walking, and he told me go that direction. So I start going that direction, and I bring memories of the SSA. The SSA did the same thing, but the SSA and I, we never get along. We actually fought for so long. We got into a lot of discussions, screaming at each other, trying to punch each other and all that. That at some point there was a part of a story Right in in an alley, kind of like an alley. He was standing right there, and he told me some shit. I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's get into some shit. Let's take our clothes and fight. This actually happened, right? They did the same thing. He stopped down there this street, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, now what? That was the second time. I'm like, okay. I went down the street and I look at myself. I'm like, no, 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 dude, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just leaving, no. And he did something else. He stopped me again. It reminds me of another scene of the federal case. I'm like. And I got scared. I'm like, no, 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 please, please don't take a stupid decision because if I go there, they're going to do something stupid. Last time they put me there for no reason, they put me 3 days, and I think it was that guy from National Guard, no? And you're not supposed to go for 3 days, but that's basically what they did, no? And I'm like, he's telling me, he goes like, 1 second. Let me take a picture of you so I can tell every other cop that we're helping you, and if they see you, don't do nothing to you. And like, oh God, please, thank you, thank you. He goes like, yeah, that's the way we're gonna do it. Just keep walking and go home. So when I was on there, I'm like, I cross it. I see right there by a lady, and I tell the lady by the stop, by the bus stop, I was kind of shaking and nervous. I'm like, I'm afraid they're gonna do something stupid to me because I'm trying to do everything right, but they stopped me already, and then in 2 minutes they told me to leave. So I got the National Guard. The National Guard is helping me. I don't have a family. I don't have nobody. Nobody's helping me. If I end up in jail, nobody's gonna help me. If I end up dying, nobody's gonna help me. And here they don't give you food. You gotta bring your own food. Somebody gotta give you food. They're never gonna help you there when you're right there waiting. Kind of the magistrate. You know, there's not like the magistrate in the U.S. They give you food no matter what. So I sit right there. I crossed the street because it was funky. There was like another cop down there far away, my direction. Like across the street, I start walking. He saw me. He come back. I'm like, here. I'm like, here. No. Here. Like again. I'm used to it. Not like this, no. When he come back, he goes like, he didn't say nothing. He just keep on going. He just remind me one thing. If I don't do if I don't do things right, they're gonna probably put me in handcuffs. So they're gonna probably tell me not to do it anymore. They basically told me they want me to actually do for work because they don't want me to do those things anymore at all. So they just told me this is gonna have to stop. Go get a job and do that part because somebody that you know they don't want you to do this shit anymore. Go look for an actual job somewhere else. And I said okay, but he didn't stop. He just you know how it is. Drive by and throw the screen from far away, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I tell him no. Whenever I was on the street, I would just walk away. I keep on going, and that was the end of the story. I went to get my groceries, and I went home.